Sorry, I thought you were giving me room. pit lane speed limit is 64 kilometers per hour. Pit exit is clear. Don't cross the line. Yellow flag car right. Right side's clear. On your right. Clear right. You've got about 3 laps of fuel left. 18th. B9, only 2 more laps of fuel.
still sorting out this UI.
You've only got enough fuel for this lap. Two litres remaining. Okay, Craig, hit this lap, in this lap. One litre remaining. P8. Right side's car right. Clear right. Left front, 95%. Rear left, 95.
Great job.
New fastest lap for Malcolm, 1:30.19. The guy in front has just done a 1:31.53. The guy ahead's last lap time is a 1:31.22. There's a car approaching. Watch your mirrors. Stay behind the white line. Okay, Craig, you got about 4 laps of fuel left. P9. Sectors 1 and 3 are 0.8 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.5 off the pace. We estimate 3 laps of fuel left. Your last lap time was a 1:32.26. Okay, Craig, you've got half your fuel left. This is the last lap of fuel. You're currently 2.1 seconds off the leader's pace. Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.9 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.5 off the pace. That was a 1:32.27. The car ahead has just done a 1:31.16. 2 litres remaining. In this lap, box this lap. The car ahead has just done a 131.50. Okay, Craig, there's a car exiting the pits, heads up. That's the new fastest lap for Malcolm, 130.17. 1 litre remaining, P10. Sectors 1 and 2 are 0.6 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.5 off the pace. Your lap time was at 131.88. Front left, 96%. Rear left, 95. That's the end of the session. 10th position. Your exit is clear. Watch the white line. Yellow flag. Alright, Craig, we've got 17 minutes to set a lap. Blue flag. Blue flag. The leader has just done a 131.28. Car left. Clear left. Blue flag. Left, clear left. Blue flag. Car left. Clear left. That puts you 3.4 seconds off the pace. Sector on your clear right, P19. 3 laps of fuel remaining. Yellow flag. P12. Only 2 laps of fuel left. P17. You've only got enough fuel for this lap. Good lap. That's your quickest today. You're currently 1.7 seconds off the pace. Two litres remaining. Box this lap, please, Craig. One litre remaining. P9. That's your best lap in this session. Sector 1 is 0.48 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.28 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.36 off the pace. Left front, 94%. Left rear, 94. The guy ahead has just posted a 131.42. The guy behind has just done a 131.69. There's traffic behind, take care. Blue flag. Car left, clear left. We estimate 4 laps fuel remaining. Yellow flag, P10. Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate. We estimate 3 laps of fuel left. Yellow flag, watch out. Sector 1 is 0.7 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.43 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.49 off the pace. Yellow flag, caution. We think you'll be out of fuel on the next lap. That puts you 2.0 seconds off the pace. Sector 1 is 0.8 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.33 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.9 off the pace. Two litres left. Come into the pits at the end of this lap. Box this lap. Watch your speed. Front left, 94%. Front right, 95%. Left rear, 94%. That's the end of the session. P11.
Good evening and welcome to the GSRC round 1 of Gt4. Tonight we have one 40-minute race with one compulsory pit stop. That means you have to pit at least once. We have live race control tonight, so if you need an incident reviewed, politely inform RC of the lap number and car number to be reviewed. Instant comms are for communicating with RC and critical info only. Remind you that lap 1 incidents may incur harsher penalties, and we would like to thank our sponsors, Waste Options, Trophy AI, Patek Industries, Breath Insider, merch.dgsrci.com, and Flash Graphics. Good luck and have fun.
"60 seconds. "30 seconds. "10 seconds. The track temp is 26 Celsius. The air temp is 20. Car number 517. Okay, rolling start. Follow car number 037. In the right column. The safety car speed is 71 kilometers per hour. You need to close the gap to the guy ahead, please, Craig. Here we go, be ready. Green, green, green. Left side. Clear left.
Okay, look at that. Yeah, I'll have a look at that one. Watch it, my car channel.
Car left. Still there. Clear left. There's an incident in turn 10. It looks like it's Cook. There's an incident in turn 12. We think it might be Atkinson. On your left.
Sorry, John.
He's still there. Clear left. Being up left side. Incident in turn 2. It looks like Leach. Clear left. Car left. You're on the right, 3 wide. Clear left. The stewards have warned us about track limits. Keep it between the lines.
I got a clear flag.
Car right. Clear right. Come on, Craig. Keep pushing. We might get him back. Car left. Clear left. Well done. Nice front now. P8.
You need to get behind me or tell you're behind somebody.
So I gotta make a slow down. What will happen?
Car left. Clear left. Come on, that's the stuff. Well done, Craig. On your left. Three wide, you're in the middle. Clear left. Clear all round. Car right. Clear clear right. Car left, clear left. Seventh position. Left side. Hold your line. Clear left, clear left. Okay, Craig. Pit window open. We don't expect any traffic on the pit exit. We expect to exit the pits in position 24. P7. The gap behind is now 1.0. The guy in front is Bianchi, car number 037, and their rating is 4.4. Simpson behind is pitting. The gap to Simpson behind is now 3.5 seconds. Only 2 laps of fuel left. That lap was at 132.25. Malcolm is pitting from position 1. He should be a little bit behind when he comes out. The leader, Malcolm, is pitting. Rohani in front is pitting. Tyson, car number 000, is leading the race. B6, you've only got enough fuel for this lap. The track temperature is decreasing. It's now 24 Celsius. In this lap, box this lap please, Craig. Bianchi, ahead is pitting. Bianchi, ahead is pitting. The leader has just done a 131.04. Keep it up, we're looking good here. P3, 2 litres left. The next car is Merit, car number 064, and their rating is 4.4. One litre remaining. Merit in front is pitting. What's your speed limit in the pits? Pit lane speed limit is 64 kilometers per hour. Okay, Craig, you should have plenty of space on the exit. When we exit the pits, we should be in position 10. Ahead of Atkinson. Cook, behind is pitting. Left front, 80%. Left rear, 82. There's traffic behind. Watch your mirrors. Don't cross the white line. Left side, 3 wide. You're on the right. Clear left. The driver in front of us is Bryden, car number 190, B licence, and their rating is 3.5. The gap in front is now 1.5. Stay focused, we're still in this. 8th place. The gap ahead is now 1.4. gap to Barker. Behind is now 1.4 seconds. Alright Craig, we've just cut the track. Nice and smooth with that throttle, keep it balanced. 5 minutes remaining, 5 minutes left. Car right. Clear right. On your right. Right side's clear. Come on, don't let him get away. Car right. Clear right. Come on, mate, defend your position. 10th position. That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. One more to go. Okay, Craig, the next car is Barker, car number 95, and their rating is 3.5. 2 litres remaining. Car right. Right side's clear. The next car is Bryden, car number 190, B licence, and their rating is 3.5. One litre remaining. 10th position. Okay, that's the finish. Well done, mate.
Good evening, everyone. I'll be in the RC booth 40 minutes after the race, so hop in the green room to discuss any incidents that may have been missed or to discuss any penalties we may have gotten.
That's the end of the session.
Chat because it was a top 10 finish for Bondi. I'm waiting for any race winners that will hold priority over Bondi, but we'll wait and see. At the moment, Bondi will hold the floor at a second's time under a new pseudonym, it's important to note. Actually, sorry, Bondi, you've just been replaced because we've got to have a chat to this bloke. We've got to have a chat to Andrew Dyson, who's just slid on here like a rock star. 000 with a penalty on the opening lap. In fact, they didn't even see the control line. They didn't even see the green before there was a penalty handed out to Andrew Dyson, and yet he's recovered to second. And he's retained second, because even once the 10-second penalty is applied, he's 1.7 still ahead of Ryan Jones. And then, of course, the rock star that is Jordan Malcolm. One of the more clinical performances I think I've ever seen from Jordan. Have you ever won a race as comfortably as that, mate? You checked out, you took off, you didn't look back. I mean, there was all sorts of garbage happening behind you, all sorts of squabbling going on, left, right, inside, outside, etc. And then you've just taken off. 11.7 seconds to the good. Well done. Race win number one. Box ticked.
I don't think I've had one much more comfortable than that one. Yeah, after I got out of the draft range, it was just head forward and just basically drive ahead.
Brickyard's an interesting place to start a new season, but I guess the more interesting point of discussion, mate, was that
The pit
we
lane
had
speed limit
the
is
option of the
40
Mustang.
kilometers
You've
per
stuck
hour.
with the old faithful. It's served you well so far.
It has served me well so far, but uh, this is definitely a Porsche track, so definitely by the time a couple of the later rounds come, we should see some different cars battling up the front.
I guess the other obvious question, mate, the presence of Sam Muir. Where is he, please?
Pit exit's
and
clear.
why are
We
you
have
now running
26
with no
minutes
team
to get
name
the job
under your
done.
banner, please? Because I'm just looking at my timing screen now, and there would normally be a team name attached to you. It's now telling me that the key is none, which would either say none privateer on the market. What's going on? Fill in the gaps. The pieces of the puzzle for me, please.
The leader's just
Yeah, had a fantastic
15.28.
time with my old team at 1-9. A fantastic group of boys, but just not really on the sim as much anymore. So just decided to take my own path for this next little bit.
Now, breaking news there from Race Control. Rayhana's
The
lost
leader has just done a
sixth position.
149.90.
He's going to actually lose. Oh, actually, no. Oh, hang on. Can we just? Sorry to do this to you, Dan. The totem pole's flying up. Can you bring up the race results as they were? Because Jackson Rayhana's been handed a 15-second penalty. I just want to see how far that's going to drop him down the order. It's not. It's not. The second penalty of the night to be handed out that we thought might have an impact doesn't. I think Race Control might be trying to find a way in which they can add an extra 5 seconds to a couple of different invoices here after the way that's worked for them so far. But yes, Jackson Rayhana did cop a 15-second penalty. It'll amount to nothing. Sticking with you, Jordan Malcolm, I guess the other big talking point is that, I mean, obviously, aside from the change in, climate for you with regards to team garages, etc., it'll be a little bit lonely where you are now. However, the big talking point term on term was the return of GT4. Hang on,
Yellow flag.
Second. Sean Bedici just sliding into our comment thread, mate, saying that Whiskey Business Racing is always recruiting if you want to
Blue flag.
make a cameo appearance in blue and yellow, which I think would suit your car, actually, but that's another story. The big change term on term, the overhaul of GT4 to celebrate the return of GT4 to our platforms, mate.
Car left.
What are you
Clear
noticing now
left.
that is different to before, and how long did it take you to get your head around it?
Not too long. As soon as the update dropped, I immediately got the Mustang and went to testing. Ever since then, just been doing laps. I've basically only ever driven the GT4 cars since this new update. I guess things that are different, you just have to be a little more careful on the cooler tires, and there is like a little bit of temperature attached to them now, so you can push to a certain extent, but once they reach the limit, it's very hard to get back.
Indeed. Now, we can't bring it up on the screen at the moment, but we certainly did tell everybody at home about the calendar. There's some tricky ones in here, mate. Next week, we've got a trip to the magnificent road at Atlanta for another 40 minutes. Then onto the Charlotte Motor Speedway Roval for the first sprint round. A very North American feel to the opening part of the season, but Road Atlanta always produces some good racing.
It certainly does. It's a shame that I'll be working in a certain place called Mount Panorama over that weekend. So thanks to work.
Hang on, back up. How many, for the benefit of let's call them paying spectators, how many sim rigs, etc., will there be in that precinct at some point next weekend that you can't just borrow for maybe an hour?
Oh yeah, I was very tempted to bring the laptop and maybe the remote control. So maybe we'll rip up the remote control, considering how well tonight went. So, but nah, I was super excited to see GT4 back, but I can only make 4 of the rounds, so I was expecting it to be back on a Monday, but where I can only miss 3 rounds, and have a fighting chance. But being on a Thursday, I missed 6 of the 10 rounds, so. The season's pretty much over before it started, so just going to hop in and have some fun.
And just enjoy it when you can. And we talk about people like you all the time, mate, in the sense that you might not be able to factor in the fight, but you can certainly help make it, break it, and shape it. And we look forward to seeing you do just that. That was a magnificent performance tonight, mate. To the point where we barely saw any of you, to be fair, because once all the battles started brewing behind, we just kept watching your margin climb. Anyone you want to thank before we let you go?
You guys for the broadcast, and the whole GSRC committee for organising it and making it run smoothly.
All right, very nicely done. Congratulations. You enjoy your trip west of the Blue Mountains next week. We will see you the week after.
Awesome, thank you.
All right, there he is, Jordan Malcolm. Andrew Dyson, working with a 10-second invoice, but that didn't stop you from getting the elbows out, mate. That was some fierce stuff between you and Jonesy. No holds barred, it would seem.
Yeah, well, yeah. I said to him, I'm not about to let 25 or 10 seconds take my fun away. And then as soon as he had a mistake, and I got behind him, and I said, what am I doing? Am I pushing you or am I passing you? And he said, let's race. So that's exactly what we did. And certainly didn't lose my fun and had a great time.
Obviously, you were the beneficiary in all of that, though, because you were able to transit the lane far quicker than anybody else. That's number one. Number two, let's just also acknowledge the fact that the invoice ended up not hurting you because of the way in which everybody else was squabbling. However, unfortunately, you just couldn't contain Jordan Malcolm. It was a strange sort of 40 minutes because at one point there it was looking like you were going to drop as low as 7th, but to walk away with 2nd, all things considered, that's as good as a win.
I guess so, but I'm just more happy that I had a great race in the end. Jordan, it would have been nice to hang on and get a bit of draft, and I think these cars are pretty drafty. So if you can at least stay within contact of somebody, then you might be able to make a race of it, even if someone's a bit faster, which I think Jordan was. But didn't quite pan out that way, obviously, because I'm crashing into the wall on the first lap. But no, I think, like I said, I think we could have at least hung on. But bettering him, probably not.
Indeed. Thoughts on? I mean, obviously, I asked Jordan about the new overhaul to Gt4, not dissimilar to what we saw with Gt3 earlier in the year. What are your initial impressions of these cars and what they like to drive from now compared to last time we had Gt4 on the platforms of the GSRC?
Well, I gave them a go maybe a week or so ago, not on my own simulator, but another one. And I was like, oh, these are great, really good. Got on my own simulator and come at the pits, and I think I spun twice before I even made a lap. So was like, this is pretty deadly. These are really slippery. And they are, even during the race, the whole time. They were really slippery. Many a times I'd come to like that second last corner and you don't really get a lot of feeling. And then the next thing you know, you're like, you've got all this front grip or you've got all no rear grip. I don't know which one it is. I can't tell because it just really feels really numb. And yeah, pretty tricky to drive. Even into turn one, if you're too much on the brake and the nose is down too hard, this thing's just rotating, which nearly happened a few times. And I think a lot of guys might be feeling the same thing with the Porsche because I noticed like some dudes are braking a little earlier. I know I was braking a little earlier than probably some other cars. So yeah, I think the Porsche might be doing the same thing. You got to brake a little early, otherwise you just get potato right as you get to the corner. But can't say from experience because I haven't driven it. Only just observations. But yeah, pretty tricky to drive. Overall, fun. Probably take a bit of getting used to, I think.
I was going to say, there's a couple of other things that I need to ask you about here, but let's start with the obvious. Did you have a dabble in the Mustang? Did you have a play around? I mean, that's the new toy. We know what you blokes are like when new toys come along. There's always that sudden angst or interest in having a crack.
I did. It was a couple of weeks ago, actually, was when I had the Mustang out for a bit of a blast around. And, without really having a go, it feels great. So, but it sounds awesome. But decided I wanted to do something different. I thought I've never driven a McLaren before, and it wasn't really popular last season, as I recall. I think only maybe 2 guys were racing it. So I thought I'd give it a crack. As it turns out, John rolled up with one as well, so we were twinsies at the front there with McLarens. But yeah, I thought I'd give the McLaren a go for something different. And my thoughts were that I might actually try a different car each week, because I thought if they're all new, they're all going to feel a little bit different, and it'd be fun to try each one as we go.
The livery, mate. Commercial.
Okay, Greg. You've got about 4 laps of fuel left. Be 18.
Certainly not a tribute. Let's put it that way. But no, a bit of fun. My paint job didn't work last night. I had a great one last night. not that it was anything out of the ordinary. I had a Pontiac like sticker kit for headlights and stuff, so I was spewing it didn't come up. But no, this one I thought just looked a bit funny, and I don't have a paint job at all for it, so I grabbed it.
No complaints here. I mean, if it can go around the racetracks around Australia in the daylight hours, bugger away with family friendly, etc. and so forth. We're going to fly in the dark as well.
Yeah, I was tempted on a. I nearly said it. I was tempted on a cigarette brand paint job, but I thought no, it's probably not allowed really.
Well, it depends on who you ask. It would have been fair game for us, but not that we would have been able to reference it. We would have probably had to pixelate it or something stupid like what they do with all the archival footage from the aforementioned Mount Panorama these days. Now, are we going to see in this thing for the full season or not?
No. I might go back in it. There's more than 5 races, and there's only 5 cars. So, yeah, I want to try them all out and see what they're all like. I'm not going to try them before I race. I'm just going to pick one and see how they go. So I'm certainly not going to be like cherry picking the cars for the track. Just going to jump in and see how we go with each car. Probably run the cars that I don't own first up, and then run the Porsche and the Mustang probably last or something like that.
Copy that. Very nicely done. Good to catch up with you, mate. I won't bother asking you about next week because there's no guarantee that you're going to turn up. But well done. Extraordinary that you were able to overturn that deficit.
P19, Sector 1 is 0.45 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.8 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace. 3 laps of fuel remaining. Yellow flag.
That wouldn't have appeared to be the case, considering that you said, let's go racing. But he played his role and he played it well, and the end result is that the pair of you were in the top 5. He was looking at a podium finish there as well, and of course did manage to hold on to that. But the point of interest is that he's in a McLaren. Sorry, you're in a McLaren. He's in a Porsche. So that and different liveries as well. So it could have been off-putting for anybody tuning in at home. The big story happened behind him though. He was able to hold off third because 4th, 5th, and 6th got together. So terrific racing. A great night. Great to see you out there, mate. Look forward to seeing you when you pop up later in the season.
Yep. Hopefully I can do all the races, but we'll see how we go.
All right, very nicely done. There he is, Andrew Dyson. Let's go to Craig Bond. So tell me about CBR, please.
Yeah, but you know
the guy behind has just done a 151.79.
Yeah, I know, but I'm the commentator and the anchor, and I have to steer the conversation. I need you to tell everybody that's watching.
Yeah, so that's my new personal brand / racing. I don't even know how to describe it, but yeah. So that's the banner. My karting will be under my sim team, and now my setup's creating. And
there's a car behind. Take care. Rejoin him.
Graphics selling. Is all going to be under the one banner now. So yeah, kind of exciting. But yeah.
Look at him about to enter his entrepreneurial phase while he's still in high school, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic. Talk us through the race there, mate. Very nice result for you.
Left side, clear left. Blue flag.
Yeah, kept it late tonight, so that was the main goal. And I came away with the top 10, so can't ask for much better, I reckon. Mustang was probably a bit off tonight, didn't really have much pace, and I just struggled in Gt4s in general, to be honest. But yeah, it was pretty fun. Stayed out of trouble, which was pretty much, I was just in the middle of all of it, but didn't get involved in it, which was a nice change. And
yes.
Yeah.
A nice change for you indeed. What does the long weekend look like for you? Are we going to see in the Porsches before we go into the long weekend? Have you got any karting on anytime soon?
No karting, but we're currently putting a chassis together next week.
Oh dear.
After I've just stripped one down this week. I'm in Porsches right now.
Yellow flag. Watch out.
And you should see me in Indy tomorrow night.
Well, I won't be in the booth tomorrow night because you know where I am this weekend at the Sydney Illawarra Kart Club. Make sure before we get to bed you put a warm layer or two on Bondi. Now, quickly before I let you go, and obviously if time permits, we'll have a chat to you after the Porsches. If not, then we'll catch up offline. Talk to me about the reason for the manufacturer selection and what your impressions of the car were, and also the overhaul of the GT4.
You've got about 4 laps of fuel left. 21st.
Simple as that, really. So, yeah, that's why I chose it. Yeah, I don't even think, probably doesn't have the best pace in general, but I'll see what it's like in different tracks over the next few weeks. But yeah, it's definitely a challenge. The cold tyres are trying to work around it, because I think it's a bit more difficult than the GT3 ones, but it's all meant to be more realistic, so no complaints here. Anything to get close to real life racing is fine by me.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right. Anything else to add? I mean, obviously, circumstances are going to dictate where you pop up racing this season, but will you stick around and have a full season in the GT4?
Oh, I won't be having a full season in anything actually. I've told you I'll probably be missing the last quarter of the season. So, yeah, we'll phone up the graders, but I'll try and get to as many rounds as I possibly can, but apparently it's just trying to get more money. So,
Oh yeah, you and me both, buddy, you and me both. In fact, my goal next year is to do less work and make the same amount of money. Good luck with that, ZWK. Good to catch up with you, Bondi. Thank you, mate. Go well.
thank you.
But I guess it's interesting too, isn't it, Josh and Dan, just quickly before we take a quick break, because I need to go and top up the drink tank. When we look at Bondi's circumstances, Jordan's circumstances, Daiso's circumstances,
That puts you 2.2 off the leader's pace. Sector 1 is 0.44 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.8 off the pace. You're a second off the pace in Sector 3. We estimate 3 laps of fuel left. That's your fastest lap. Yellow flag, 2 laps of fuel remaining. You're now 1.6 seconds off the pace. Sector 1 is 0.28 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.8 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.5 off the pace. The guy behind has just done a 151.36. You're all clear. Stay behind the line. Blue flag. Car right, clear right.
Yeah, it ran into a big of my end of my lap very quick.
The track temperature's rising. It's now 28 Celsius. Okay, Craig. 5 minutes to go. 5 minutes left. There's a car leaving the pit lane. You're currently 2.0 seconds off the pace. Sector 1 is 0.48 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.8 off the pace. Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace. Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go. P23, you're a tenth off the pace in Sector 1. Sector 2 is 0.9 off the pace. Sector 3 is 1.2 off the pace. Track limits, keep it within the lines. Yellow flag. That's the end of the session. P24.
Good evening and welcome to the Gentlemen's Sim Racing Club Round 1 of the Pandec Industries Porsche Cup. Tonight you have a 40-minute race, 1 fast repair, 7 instant points every 7 after that. Be sure you've read the club rules. Please use your relative FP screen at all times. Instant comms is for communicating with race control and admin. Driver data, use the Discord channels. Tonight you have 1 compulsory pit stop. Failure to comply will result in a post-race penalty. I'll be a live RC tonight. If you'd like me to have a look at anything, please call in your car number, lap number, and I'll have a look. No swearing in race comms. This is your first and final warning. Reminder, lap instances may incur harsher penalties. Racing black flags will not be cleared. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Destructive Labs, Waste Options, Trophy AI, Pandec Industries, Spray Star Cider, Merch GSRC, and Flash Graphics. Have a good race.
Car number 5:17:40 minutes. This will be a standing start. Okay, Craig, here we go. Don't fuck this up. Let's go. You're on the left, 3 wide. Clear left. You're clear left. Clear all around. There's an incident in turn 1. We think it might be Adkins and Gallagher. Left side, incident in turn 3. It looks like it's clear left. Right side. Right side's clear.
Brad control 96, flat 1.
Copy 96.
Car right. Clear right.
Yeah, race control, car 182, lap 1.
Copy 182.
On your right.
686, lap 1.
Right side's clear.
Copy 686.
P22. On your left. Clear left. Car left. Three wide, you're on the right. Left side. Clear left. Car left. He's still there. Clear left. 20th place. Keep it within the track limits. Cut the track. Keep it nice and tidy. Please, Craig, P19. Track limits, watch those lines. There's an incident in turn 14. It looks like it's Maverick. Pay attention to track limits, please, Craig. P18.
lap 6, turn 1, move braking.
Copy 672.
The gap to Honey behind is now 1.1 seconds, 17th place. Okay, Craig, the next car is car number 853, B license, and their rating is 5.4. The gap behind is now 1.6. Keep it nice and smooth, come on, let the race come to us. 16th place. The stewards have warned us for cutting the track. Keep it between the white lines.
I'm going to put this lap on.
Fifteenth place. Okay, Craig, we've gone out of track limits. Keep it between the lines. We've been warned about track limits. Alright, Craig, keep it nice and smooth. Come on, let the race come to us. 14th. Car clear, 3 wide, you're on the right. Clear left. Incident in turn 6. It looks like it's Tyson.
Race control, car 517.
I've shown us the meatball flag. We'll need to come in for repairs.
Copy 517.
I think I'm moving on a brake check. I don't know what down it is. Oh, 10-4 of them.
There's an incident in turn 11. It looks like Burke. Yellow flag.
Lap 11.
The car in front of us is King, car number 66, B license, and their rating is 1.8. Watch your speed. Pit lane speed limit is 40 kilometers per hour. Alright Craig, you'll be coming out into traffic. When we exit the pits we'll be in P30. The car ahead is Tyson, car number 000, and their rating is 6.1. Front left, 87%. Rear left, 92.
Dale, blue flags, mate. Car 4.
Pit exit's clear.
Copy car 5.
The next car is Sketchy. Smith, car number 07, D license, and their rating is 0.9. Left, clear left. There's an incident in turn 6. We think it might be Tyson. Okay, Craig. The next car is Wilkinson, car number 09, and their rating is 1.8. There's an incident in turn 1. We think it might be Harvey. The gap to B30 behind is now 4.2 seconds. B28. The car in front is Honey, car number 273, and their rating is 1.8. Nail every corner. Let's take whatever chances we can. 15 minutes remaining, 15 minutes to go. That last lap was a 152.11. Fastest lap for Edison, 150.47.
Lap 15, car 69.
Yeah, lap 13, car 43 then. Did exactly the same thing.
Copy.
B26.
Completely different to whatever.
That's a new fastest lap for Edison, 150.26. Okay, Craig, come on, stay focused. Apexes and exits, apexes and exits. B25. That lap time was 152.40. The gap to B24 behind is now 8.2. minutes remaining. 10 minutes. Harvey, ahead is pitting. B24. Okay, Craig, the next car is King, car number 66, B license, and their rating is 1.8. Car right. Clear right. That's the stuff, we'll have some more of that. We've just had a warning for cutting the track. The car in front of us is now a lap behind. We've had a cut warning. Keep it tidy, please, Craig. Come on, stay focused. Apexes and exits, apexes and exits. 23rd car right, clear right. The leader, Edison, is pitting. We've just cut the track. The guy in front is Honey, car number 273, and their rating is 1.8.
race.
Lap 9, 10, 69.
Alright, Craig. Ignore that fucker in the mirror. Stick to your line. Nail those exits.
Yeah, race control, car 182.
22nd place.
Lap number please, 182.
Lap 19, blue flags right at the end.
Copy.
The gap to B23 behind is now 3.7. Two minutes to go, 2 minutes.
Wow.
One more lap to go.
Yeah, race control hasn't already. 182, lap 22.
Copy 182.
Stay between the lines, please, Craig. Incident in turn 12. It looks like Harvey. Two litres remaining. P20. Okay, it's over. Good drive. That's the end of the session.
Alright guys, thanks for racing. Top 3 for participants. Feel free to join into the broadcast if you wish. And I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Thank you. How you going, Craig?
Pretty good yourself.
Yeah, not too bad, mate. How can I help?
That post-race investigation one.
Yep. Yeah, I'm still going through it, mate.
Want me to stay behind with you? And we go
Nah,
through it
I'll be
together?
right.
Righto.
I'm just gonna look because there's. Oh, you won't be getting anything because you've done nothing wrong. I was gonna work out of the other two
I'm watching,
who
yeah.
did what. Yeah, who did what. I want to see if.
Because, what am I saying? I'm just saying avoidable rear contact from... No, actually, I'd be saying that as rear contact because he couldn't avoid it.
No.
for Dyson into the back of the other one. But the other one was still going to hit me, I think, no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, do you agree with that? Like, he's still going to hit me.
Oh, the way they were going, you're going to get hit no matter what. 'Cause once that guy got on the grass, he wasn't slowing down.
There's no need for him to go on the grass, I don't think.
No, so I've got to look at. Still got to go. I've got to go back and see if the first car, brakes at his normal spot, or if he brakes real early. I want to see what the guy that goes on the grass, does he have on the gas? Is he braking? I've got to go through that. There's a lot to unpack, so that's why I put a post race. So, yeah, you'll see it when it comes up on the penalties thing. But yeah, you'll be fine. It'll be one of the other two getting a penalty.
Yeah, righto.
So, all good, mate. Thank you.
Thanks for tonight.
That's all right, mate.
You'd have your
You've got
silver,
Ham,
bronze,
etc.
platinum, and
Silver,
so
bronze,
forth.
etc. Our way is open and elite. The elite boys were obviously the black numbers with the white numbers with the black background. The open boys were the yellow background with the white number, and the boys with the red number plate and the white number are yet to be attributed to one of those two splits because they're a new arrival to the series. And that's the point too, Greg. Before we get too carried away celebrating your success, mate, and we will do that because it's a great start to the season for you as you look to rewrite the wrongs at the end of last term. Not that I want to be, the person that reminds you so early in the piece of that, but still, that's my job. The reality of the matter is, to have only 38 on the grid, I was a little bit surprised about the lack of turnout in many respects when we're talking about fields of 45, 50, 55 in the early rounds of the Porsche Cup. That might be track circumstance, that might be something else. But secondly, to have 4 first-timers in the Porsche Cup, geez, we're going well.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean the grid was as strong as anything out there. I mean, between myself, Luke, and Mav, because Mav was joined us in our Discord, so he was so we had somebody to spin yarns with whilst we're turning laps at great neck speed. He's like, "Yay, I'm not a pleb," or whatever it was he mentioned. He's not with the guys right near the bottom of the grid, or whatever word it was that he used. He wasn't down with them, and he actually managed to pip me ever so slightly in qualifying, and I only barely managed to nab Luke in quali, and he had me done in practice. So a little bit of gamesmanship and games getting played and so forth. So it was all good fun. I'm just happy to be up near the front and hopefully pushing forward from here and seeing where we end up at the end. So,
indeed. Now, as far as the season's concerned, mate, a long campaign. Good to tick off the bend early in the piece. It was a bit more lively this time round than what it was last time round. But I mean, still the top 5 were fairly well spread out at the end. But at least there are a few more battles further back. Do you reckon the racing will improve here if we keep coming back, or not?
Oh, I think it will. I think it will. I think everybody. I mean, don't get me wrong. After doing the bend in PEL for 2 hours, I think I was dizzy by the end of that one. Everyone will be slowly starting to get used to the nuances of the track and figuring out where you can lean on the cars a lot more and where you can go for those moves that would maybe be a little bit questionable, but still be able to make them stick. I had a good couple of little battles there with Bondi until I pitted and got out of the train, gave myself some clear air and a little bit less pressure from the elite boys that were behind me. And it was honestly, I think the racing is just going to get better and better as everybody gets a little bit more used to these cars. I mean, obviously the elite boys at the front are as fast as ever, but the guys in the open split are improving for sure. But it'll be good to see where they all come out once they all get dialed in.
Yeah, absolutely. Corey Lazarus just nailing the point that I want to talk to Benny Pedersen about in just a moment. So we're going straight from our open split winner over to our elite split winner in just a moment, boys. But actually, before we go any further, there will be a broadcast tomorrow night. I'm reliably informed that the great G Heaney is once again playing seat warmer for yours truly, being away on another assignment. So looking forward to that. It's going to be a tag team sort of effort throughout the course of the season. There are 4 Friday nights in which I'm unavailable, folks, and most of them fall in October and November. I will be here for the grand finale on the 5th of December. I give you my word on that. But the reality of the matter is it'll either be L Banks or G Heaney filling the seat alongside Jay Baldwin, and looking forward to that immensely. But Greg, it must give you a tremendous amount of confidence, mate, to launch into the new term as though nothing's changed. You picked up where things have left off. What do you make of the calendar and what's ahead?
I honestly think it's a cracking calendar. I only really looked at it properly before I jumped into the session. The only one that I'm not hugely a fan of is Interlagos, but because I'm pretty sure I saw that on there. But everything else, yeah, I reckon is absolutely cracking.
All right, very nicely done. And of course, I must stress. I looked at the clouds that were lingering overhead at the circuit. I was like, maybe that's the way the club's going to liven things up on this bloody track. Maybe throw some water at it. It didn't eventuate. I was a little bit disappointed. Were you?
Oh, look, I didn't really pay too much attention to the weather. I did have a look at it to see if there was anything potentially coming. But after doing 3 hours of Le Mans in the rain in an Aston Martin, I think I'd be pretty well attuned to driving something in the wet for 40 minutes as opposed to 3 hours.
Oh, very good. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, just having a look at those official results again. Chabo's come home 32nd, Sam Muir 33rd, Aidan Luthwaite 34th. The casualty list towards the back end of the race has cleaned up a who's who and a trifecta at that. Chabo's just seen himself out of the booth. We'll get back to him if time permits, if he does jump in towards the back end, although my phone going off just now might be him saying, you know what, I don't feel like chatting after that. Yeah. All right. What he's basically said to me is because of the new rules that they've implemented in terms of tightening these post-race shows up, ladies and gentlemen, Chapo's words, I'm reading them directly from the message here. We'll jump in when I'm relevant then, ha, ha, ha. What a bleeping cluster. I had to tidy that up because obviously it's 10 o'clock in the evening. We don't want to frighten off the kiddies. And we'd like to think that we're still a family-friendly program beyond that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So at least you know how Chabo feels about that. Here we go. The great Grant Boyden chiming in with a comment here. 3 hours at Le Mans in the wet. Yep. The man's a god. And that's the thing. Like some racetracks are more difficult to tame than others. Depending upon the time of day, the difficulty, the weather being presented towards you. On the subject, when we look at the calendar, and again, we'll be able to bring it up on the screen for the audience at home next week. But the next stop for the Porsches, Greg, I mean, we've got Interlagos at the back end of the season. I'm looking forward to that. But finally, we rip and tear with some sprint racing next week, mate. The Hockenheim Ring. We know that it does throw up some good sprint racing. It's a mongrel of a track to throw on for an hour or 40 minutes, but sprint racing around there is ace.
Yeah, most definitely. You just got to watch the first few laps of everybody arriving at that hairpin trying to gain track position.
Indeed. I was going to say Sam Chapman is actually relevant, folks, but it's not for the way that he would have liked to have been relevant tonight. Having that incident at the start of the final lap. We're still waiting to hear any word on the adjudication of that one too, by the way, folks. But yeah, 2 wheels in the grass was never going to end well for anybody involved in the near vicinity. Greg Heaney, the other question I have for you, and I don't want to hold you up too long because otherwise someone will say that I'm talking too long again still. But just remember, that's what I get paid to do. I'm wondering if you've got your checkbook out and are arranging an appointment to have a negotiation across the table with one Jay Malcolm now that he's on the market.
I hadn't noticed just yet. I'm sure I probably would have looked in the next couple of days. But yeah, I don't know yet. We'll find out. I did get some information from Josh earlier today, and he's like, "You need one more." because of some tweaks that are being some reforms and stuff that are being done on the website. And he's like, you need one more. So I may be on the lookout, but we'll see.
Yes, we love the recruitment driver, Greg Heaney, at this time of the year. He's got off to the stationery store. He's picked up his new checkbook. He's ready to negotiate. Very nicely done. Good to catch up from you as always, mates. And we'll look forward to hearing your dulcet tones on comms tomorrow night whilst I'm in Sydney preparing for the weekend. Of course, the Sydney Illawarra Kart Club, ladies and gentlemen, this weekend is where it's at for the Karting New South Wales Championships. If you're not already sick of hearing enough of my voice, I'll be out there on the PA for the 2 days of that race meeting, Saturday and Sunday. Good to catch up with you, G. Heaney. Look forward to doing so again, hopefully Monday night. I missed you last Monday night. We didn't get a chance to catch up because, again, the new rules.
It's all good. It's just to save some of the boys on the buttons not having to stay up until midnight. So.
Oh, what are you saying? Not everyone's a night owl like me, eh?
Well, yeah, probably.
Yeah, very nice.
All good, Zach. We'll catch you next time.
We will indeed, mate. All the very best. Thank you.
Cheers.
So straight from the winner of the open split to the winner of the elite split, and already exchanging some pleasantries with 1K Lazarus, who was the thorn in everybody's side here last term. Benny Pedersen, an absolute weapon of a start, demon of a start. We've come to expect that from you, mate. But to then go on and finish the job, yep, okay. A couple of would-be potential contenders like Sam Muir had incidents along the way, but you've got to have a smooth run. You've got to be able to hit your boxes, tick the markers, and press on, right? You did that tonight. It was brilliant. Well played.
Yeah, thanks, Zach. Sounds like you've been reined in, mate, with your commentary, but anyway, that's all good.
Pretty much. Yeah. Not the volume, but other means.
Right. Yeah, it was good. The launch certainly helps because if you're behind people, it's very hard to overtake here. Plus, it's a new track, so it's an equaliser. But I found it very hard to try and string a lap together, which I'm sure everyone in the field did as well. To get a good lap, you got to really nail it. And Stuart, put in a really good lap there.
He did, and we're going to hear from S. Ellis in just a few moments' time. But, mate, to be fair, Dan Carrier was asking me the question, have you broken the curse? Have you, got a stranglehold on the demons of seasons gone by where luck just would not fall your way? I'm leaning ever closer to saying, yes, Benny Pedersen's in a purple patch at the moment, and it's showing. It's not just the work you're putting in behind the scenes, mate. It's then going out there and converting it in race mode as well, which brings with it a different degree of challenge and pressure.
Yeah, it doesn't always work out. Like I just Monday night I had another league and ended up clipping a teammate, and that damaged my car. And as soon as I put the brakes on, I locked up and went off the track and destroyed my race. So no, the bad luck's still there, mate. We'll hopefully just minimise it.
Indeed. But this is a magnificent launch pad for the campaign, mate. I mean, you've shaken off the would-be challenges. Were you surprised by the winning margin tonight, mate? Because really, yes, it can balloon out here sometimes. We were critical of that coming in. We weren't sure what to expect. We did get a pretty good show, but it was in the battle for the minor placings. You just took off and did not look back. What was the secret? What did you have on everybody else in terms of race pace tonight?
There's no secret, mate. I just didn't have to fight with anyone or worry about anyone in the mirror after I'd sort of got a gap early, and that sort of takes a lot of pressure off you. If you've got someone in your mirror all the time, it can then add a little bit more pressure. But I just got lucky with the launch, I guess.
Indeed. You've obviously, no doubt, had a look at the calendar heading into the campaign, or actually you might be about to make a liar of me, I'm not sure. But how do you feel about the remaining 9 weeks, mate? Is this, with Corey obviously focusing on Europe and other conquests, is this your time to shine? Is this your time to join what is a very elusive Lazarus and Dench dominated on a roll?
I reckon I'll get Corey back for a few rounds once the pace series wraps up. But I like the calendar. It's besides this track, it's tracks that we all know, so I won't have to spend as much time sort of getting up to speed. It'll be the same for everyone, I'm sure. But I like the calendar. There's some tracks there that I really like driving, so it should be fun.
Indeed, it should be. And we're very much looking forward to seeing how it all plays out, mate. And obviously, you've nailed the pit lane this time around as well. I know I mentioned to Dan earlier that there were still moments last term that you didn't get the run of the mill. It didn't fall your way. Thankfully, you hit all your markers tonight.
Yeah, I also took on less fuel than I normally do. I haven't wanted to take the risk because in times I've underfueled. So no, I don't know what the time was. I know I'm never the fastest in the pit, though. But if you can get somewhere in the top third, you're not going to lose too much time. So yeah, no, it worked out good.
Indeed, it did. Magnificent start of the campaign, mate. Quickly, talk to me. How were the 2 weeks off? How'd you spend that? How'd you kill that time in preparedness, but also obviously by allowing yourself to not have to be bound by the obligation Thursday night, 8:45, 9 o'clock, whatever it may be, depending upon the term. Summer months 9, winter months 8:45. How'd you spend the time off, and how much time was dedicated to preparing for tonight?
I drove this car a lot in officials, so yeah, I don't really have time off from this. I have too much fun doing it. So we'd probably put about 2